Hi guys, it's Tuesday and wanted to bring you a Saturday stash dive. This one I am doing with Kitty Scrapper and otherwise known as Nancy, and we came up with a plan to use as much Maggie Holmes as we could since she's launching her new line soon. Called Open Book, and it is very lovely. We just thought it'd be a good idea to kind of use what we had in our stash, and so I used as much as I could on this layout, and I hope you give it a try, see if maybe, she's very much my style, so maybe if she's not your style, you can maybe do something different with it and use it up and make use of it. I did stamp in that lower left hand space a stamp that I just got from Michael's, and it's a penny black stamp, and it is of a little girl with butterflies, and I hope you can see it. I originally tried to stamp it on the Maggie Holmes with the script writing on the background, and it was just an epic fail. You can see there that I ended up cutting it apart. And I guess I should have left that in, but this is such a long video, I didn't want to bore you because it just seemed like nothing was really working, even though everything went together. I kind of had a specific idea in mind, and I always want it to be perfect for design team, so I'm kind of hard on myself, but it is a really pretty. I use Zing to emboss the image of the little girl with the butterflies, and it's such a light pink it barely shows up on video, but in person it shows up beautifully. So you might, I've been enjoying doing that. You might enjoy embossing on cardstock. My original intent was to emboss it and color it with watercolors, but these particular watercolors I was using were too chalky and set on top of the embossing powder, and when you went to wipe it off, it muddled the color of the watercolor. So I'm going to try a different type of paper and see if maybe that works better, something a little more resilient like actual watercolor paper, because this is a just a white American Crafts background cardstock, and I do end up taking some of the 6x6 out of the pads from the Maggie Holmes crepe paper and stacking that, and then just using a plain blue American Crafts cardstock for the background. But all these colors went together really well, and it was easy once I got to layering to kind of put those in place, and they all go together magically. I don't know how people come up with all those different colors and make them work, but they do, and that's why it's so fabulous to get an entire line of something, because it doesn't matter if it's the embellishments or the stickers or whatever, the papers, they're all going to tie in, even though they're not all the same colors. So it's pretty magical, and I am very much a girly girl, and so Maggie Holmes and Dear Lizzie, they're right up my alley. I am in love with everything they touch. And so pink is very much me, and I very much love flowers and doilies and little frilly scallops, and so I just, once I got started and got to rolling on this, it did come together quicker. I did struggle at first, so and that little oval there was just an outline. It had a frame on the inside of it, and I just popped out the little outline of the frame, and I don't know if they intended it for that to be used like that, but I did, and I love it. So the majority of this is her original line, and I could not get the style board to really tie in that well. It's just a little off on colors, and so, you know, I seem to do just fine with the original line. But, you know, I wanted to make sure that there was balance in the composition and that I used as much product as I could. So you'll see me heavily embellish this, and I am just kind of popping up those tags, and I used my white cotton twine, of course, to put in the tags, and I ended up using the sticker sheet that she has, and, you know, just what was the other stuff that I used that she had? It was like a little bit of everything. The bow ties, the little clips, I used those. And so I did put a little bit of a dent in my stash for Maggie Holmes, and it's got me thinking I need to do more layouts. I just love doing layouts of girly girls, whether, you know I'm 45 and probably shouldn't do a bunch of frilly stuff, but I love it, so I'm going to. And my lovely daughters, I do that for them too, and London is not very frilly at all. She's my tomboy, but I still do frilly pages on her and talk about how I wish she was a little more frilly, but she's got her own interests. And I did try to incorporate, as you can see, some freckled fawn, and none of it worked except for the number 1, which was a free flare that they gave us. Oh, and the little heart flare, the little tiny heart flare, that worked for me. And the number 1 flare was for having been subscribed to them for years. So, you know, I thought I'd use it up, use it or lose it, I guess. And as you can see, I've used quite a few of those stickers, and I just hate to part with stickers sheets. I know some people throw them out, but it just seems like at some point I'm going to use one of those stickers, even if it's the last one. So I just kind of hold on to it until that moment occurs, unless my style changes, or the styles out there are just of so much more interest to me, or, you know, it's like I used a ton of them. Why not just hold on to the last 1 or 2? And I did find some little stash in blah, 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 not enamel brads, just brads, the little white brads. Oh my gosh, I love those little things, and it's been a while since I used them, and I've been very much white on white. And I did listen to Paper Clippings today, and they talked about white on white. So I don't know if that's a current trend. I mean, I just started doing it on my own, so I really loved the effect, and I was trying to keep things more simple. And I think I very first saw Wilma Furstenberg do it when I took her art class too at 2Ps, and I've done it since then, so I just really love it. So if it's coming into trend or style, I'm all on board with that, because that's very much me. And there you see the stamp that I use, the date stamp, is that new Heidi Swap roller date stamp, and it's her handwriting for the month. And oh my gosh, I just absolutely love and adore it. Love, 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 love. Did I say love? Love, love, and adore it. Because I do. And I was kind of holding out. I didn't get the Becky Higgins one. I was like, well, I can get a date out of any of my roller stamps. But, oh gosh, I couldn't resist this one. And here I have some little foam stickers that are, I think they are, let's see, did I write it down? No, it doesn't look like I did, but you know, they're like an older little foam basic sticker, thicker, whatever. And I took some of the soft pool and just changed the color, and it did not set very well, and I was afraid to heat set it because it is foam and I didn't want it to melt. And I did try to pull it up, and it pulled up the picture. Apparently the last batch of photo paper that I bought wasn't the highest grade or something. It likes to pull up really easily, and it seems kind of flimsy, so I would not suggest getting that. I wonder if I have the packaging. Let's see. Okay, so now I know why. It is a soft gloss finish, and it's apparently by Target, because it's the Up and Up brand. So that makes sense that it's cheap and didn't work very well. So yeah, I would avoid that if you print your own papers or pictures. Papers. But yeah, this was fun, and here you'll see me finish off with a little Heidi swap in the blush, and there will be close-ups as usual. And if you want to check out other Saturday Stash Dive videos, you can find them on the Facebook group, which is the SNL Design group. And you can also, oh see, there's that little embossed girl. You can also see Kitty Scrapper's video and what she did. And there's a little punch. I used a Martha Stewart punch there. I added some little stems, little leaves, I guess. And so, yeah, this was fun. I hope you enjoyed it, and I appreciate you for watching, and I hope you have a fabulous weekend and a wonderful Saturday. Ta-ta for now. Bye.